Hey, welcome back to iHollywood TV. Well, our next guest, she's an American Idol alum and newly signed Curb Records artist Harper Grace. She's here to discuss her upcoming events and new single, Oh Say Can You See. Hi, Harper. Welcome. Good morning.
Oh my gosh, hi. Thank you for having me. So excited.
Hi. Yes, we were just talking about my little cup and our little mugs and
Yeah.
drinking water. Yeah,
Drinking some water,
yeah.
staying hydrated. I'm saying
We-
I finally got a Stanley Cup. A little friend gave me this cup, and I was like,
yes.
it tastes better. It's just water, but I believe it tastes better in a Stanley Cup for sure.
We all need a little H2O, right?
Yeah, staying hydrated.
Well, let's go ahead and get started, Harper. So you are a Texas native with dreams the size of your home state, but you have some events coming up on May 17th, which we will talk about here momentarily. But first off, tell me how music all began for you. Tell me where it started.
Oh goodness. Well, it goes all the way back to the age of 6 years old. I got my very first piano, and then shortly after that got a guitar. I was homeschooled my whole life, and so I had a lot of time to write about homeschooling shampoo and conditioner. And then fast forward, I've gone through a lot of different chapters in my life, and one of the things that really was a crazy experience was when I was 11. I was known as the worst national anthem singer ever. I got ridiculed by the whole entire world, was told very, very dark and scary things such as like I was the reason why abortion should be legal, that I should never sing again. And it was a very traumatic experience, but I have been able to, really have faith in knowing that something was good to come out of it. And so I used that experience as fuel to my fire. I wanted to prove all the critics wrong. And I hope that that's exactly what I've been doing. With Oh Say Can You See coming out as my second single, it's an autobiography of exactly what I walked through as a kid. And it doesn't touch as dark of the stuff that I've walked through, but, down to the point of eating in the bathroom all by myself and, really walking through that bullying lifestyle, and how I overcame it. But throughout the process, I moved to Nashville 2 years ago. I signed my record deal. I'm doing all these different shows and
Good
just
for you.
really enjoying every single moment of it, being able to honestly live the dream. And it's hard at times, but
Yeah.
I'm still living it. So it's nice.
Let's go back to when you were 11 singing the national anthem. Tell me what happened. Tell me, like, how did you mess up? How did all that go down? And being so young, being, I guess you could say, vilified or, bullied, mocked at. How was that like for you? Because you were a young girl, and for someone to be so young to take on so much pressure like that, had to be awful.
Yeah, yeah, it was awful for sure. That day was really crazy. We were told it wasn't going to be televised. The sound check was not good at all. They didn't even turn the microphone on. It was cutting in and out. This was
Hmm.
my very first major league game that I ever sang at. It was a soccer game, FC Dallas and LA Galaxy. And so no one in my
Hmm.
family does music at all. So that was another thing. We didn't really know what to expect. No one knew what questions to ask or what was the right thing to do. And so, everything that could possibly go wrong that day went wrong.
Hmm.
I had my phone starting on a C sharp was a note I was going to start on as a kid, and they played these
Hmm.
things called vuvuzelas in the stadium, so my ear caught tuned to a really low note, and then there was a 2.8-second delay on top of that, and I had never experienced that before, so I thought that I had to wait for my voice to
Hmm.
come back to me to start the next few lines, and
Right.
so a song that's usually around a minute and a half lasted to be 3 minutes long, and so it was crazy. Only three people out of 22,000, it was a packed stadium, said good job to me,
Wow.
and the rest just gave me really nasty faces. And then that night, I heard that it was played on the Olympics commercial break through a friend from LA who sent us a video on TV. So it
Hmm.
was crazy. I
Hmm.
I'm grateful for it though, because it definitely made me who I am today and made me stronger. But as
Yeah.
I'm approaching, Oh Say Can You See coming out, we're on what we're calling a redemption tour right now. And I'm going back to different
Hmm.
stadiums and arenas and ballparks and singing the national anthem again, which has been amazing.
Yes. Redeeming yourself.
Yes, yes. I'm like trying my best, but it's hard. I'm like constantly having to face my biggest fear, which is the national anthem. And it's so funny to be afraid of
Yeah.
the song, but I think that hopefully it's an encouragement to people to just know that like I'm human. I'm still trying to get the braveness and the courage to face the thing that
Hmm.
scares me the most, and I'm doing it though, and that's my encouragement is
Yeah.
if something scares you, like you just got to do it. And then you can
Do
overcome it.
you?
And slowly I'm starting to overcome the PTSD slightly, like each little chain is being fallen off
Right.
one by one, but it is definitely a process.
Now, Harper, do you still get really, really nervous when you go out there to a ball game, a stadium, and sing the national anthem thinking, oh gosh, I hope I do not mess up? And how did you overcome as far as like being able to go back out there and sing the national anthem and not rethink and relive the moment of your 11-year-old self? Because that would be tough to know that you got so much backlash about that and then you're going back to redeem yourself, but it would just be difficult to not think about what happened the first time around, you know?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you have it. What is the saying? You nailed the nail in its head. I don't know. Whatever the saying is, you got it.
Yes,
you,
yes.
You did. Just pinpoint that. That's exactly. I mean, it's been a really, really hard process. The very first one that I sang coming back into it, I was bawling my eyes out. I was crying. I was terrified. I mean, I just felt like the same thing was going to happen all over again. And I kept asking my team too. I'm like, are we sure? Are we sure I should do this? And then, I'd be like, actually, I shouldn't be asking you that. Like, I want to do this. Like, I want to face my fears and I want to continue to be an encouragement to people. And so as I'm, going in and doing it the very first time around, I heard my 11-year-old self singing the anthem. And probably, we've sang, I guess, 8 now, and 8 different sporting events that I've been able to sing the anthem at. And it doesn't get easier, but certain things do start to trickle off. Like I said, like the first 4, I could hear my 11-year-old self. And as I sang on the 5th one in the sound check, I couldn't hear my 11-year-old self. I finally could hear just me singing the anthem. And now the one thing that I have yet to get rid of is just the fear of starting on the wrong note. I have one note on my voice memo that I listen to before I go out and I sing it, because the anthem is such a beautiful song, and the Star Spangled Banner goes so high, and it just, the range of notes that it portrays is incredible. And it is really such a hard, difficult song to sing. So what really gets people who sing it is that first note. Like, if you don't start on the right note, then it's really hard to recover from that. And so being confident in knowing what note you're starting on is so important. So that's my thing now. I like grab my phone from my manager or my mom and I'm like, let me hear it again. Let me hear it again. Let me hear it. And they're like, you got it. You got it. Like, they just keep on encouraging me, which has really helped the process as well. And then on top of that, my manager gave me a rock that says the word strength on it. And now I have my rock that I hold every single time that I sing the national anthem. That's my little good luck charm, along with knowing that the Lord has a plan for it. But it's been hard, but I've tried to gain confidence and braveness throughout the process.
Being a Texas native and now living in Nashville, how does it feel to live in Tennessee? Because so many people, they talk about how they're just the sweetest people that you will ever meet in that state.
Oh my gosh. I think it's nice being so like in a southern state like Texas and then coming back into Tennessee. It feels the same. The people are so kind and so nice, and it feels a lot like Texas. It's just a smaller version, and I don't gotta waste so much gas because Texas, everything's an hour away, which is fine. Once a Texan, always a Texan, and I love Texas. But I like to say I've been traveling back and forth from Texas to Nashville for 7 years now, so maybe I should get a 615 number because I feel like a Nashville native at this point. But I love Tennessee. I love that I only take 15 minutes to drive places, and I love that this is where all of my creative family is. I love that I can continue to press into the thing that I love the most, which is music and writing songs, and just getting the opportunity to collaborate with people and have that personal connection with my songwriters and my friends and my team. And it's just a great place to be. And I'm so grateful that I actually get to live here, because at age 10, I wrote that I wanted to move to Nashville, Tennessee, and just a few, handful.
And look at you.
I'm living in Nashville, Tennessee, so it's been great.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Now, speaking of Nashville, you recently attended your first ACMs. That's a big event for all the country music artists. But tell me, how was that experience like for you, and who all did you get to meet and see? Because I hear one of them was seeing Dolly Parton perform. Come on now, she's a legend.
Yes. Oh my goodness gracious. My very first song I ever learned on guitar was Jolene by Dolly Parton. And my Nana had played Dolly Parton and Johnny Cash my whole entire childhood. And so seeing the female country legend in person was absolutely surreal. I was just a few rows behind, and seeing her in person was amazing. That was just, words could even begin. She opened her mouth and started talking, and my mom has a video of literal tears streaming down my face. I was like, there's no way she's talking right now. I'm right here. We're in the same room. Oh my gosh. And so that was really cool, but it was a very fun experience. I think, like I said, being in Nashville for so long, having the chance to kind of befriend other artists and other songwriters who were even nominated, and some that won in different categories, and just getting to cheer on your friends at such an amazing, incredibly produced award show was really such an honor to sit there and get to watch. And also, like, you know, Bailey Zimmerman got up there and he's singing, and I'm friends with some of his band and Jelly Roll's band, and, you know, just getting the opportunity to just really watch your friends do what they love to do and continue to achieve so many great things is such a cool experience. And also it just puts more, you know, dreams and aspirations in my heart, being a newer artist, and knowing that, you know, as a dream of mine to also be on that stage one day in a handful of years and be performing at the ACMs or the CMAs or the CMTs or whatever it may be. But watching award shows that are so well produced like that just puts even more drive and dreams in my spirit and my heart. But the after parties were fun. I got to hang out with all my friends and congratulate them and just have really fun moments and experiences, and watch Breland. We have the same stylist, and so I've, you know, gotten to hang out with him. Not as much as we'd like to. We have an ongoing joke. We hugged for the first time at the ACMs because I've canceled on him 3 times getting coffee. And now I was like, we should have caught our very first hug on camera. We've hugged prior, but because I've canceled him so many times, I felt bad. But it was a moment. We had a moment. It was great.
You know, Harper, talk to us about some of the events that we can catch you performing this summer.
Yeah, so we've got just a handful of the Redemption Tour stuff in the works, as well as going out to different ballparks and arenas to sing the anthem again, and then also going to different foundations and schools in the cities that I'm visiting, and having the public speaking moment where I get to pinpoint my story. And so also whoever's watching and listening, that if they want me to come to their school or their foundation to speak and sing, that I would be so open to doing and so honored to do so. So I wanted to say that as well. But we've got some tours in the works, some different festivals throughout this summer and this fall that I'll be a part of, that we're just nailing in some of the dates, but that will all be posted on social media very soon. And everything's under Harper Grace XO, and all the songs are available for streams on all the streaming platforms. I just heard that Sparkle is my very first radio single too, and Cumulus just said yes. Playing that, yes, raise the roof. And so you can hear it in your local Walmart, I think is what they said, and different little tour. I don't know where they said it. I just thought it would be cool being.
Who wouldn't want to shop in Walmart and listen to Harper Grace?
I want to do that. That sounds like a heck of a time.
You know, go shopping up in Wally's World and hearing Harper Grace and Sparkles. Have a little sparkle with your shopping. You know? That's right.
I like that. I love that. I want to be best friends with you. It's so fun.
I want to be best friends with you. I could talk to you all day long. I've taken way over the time, but thank you to the producers and all for letting me do this. And thank you, Harper Grace, for coming on the show. So nice to meet you virtually. Hopefully we get to meet sometime in person. And if you're ever down in Georgia, you have to come say hi to me.
I would love to come say hi to you. I'm going to follow you on Instagram so that we can be friends. And when I am in Georgia, I can hug your neck in person and not just see you on the screen.
Yeah. Yes, it's so nice to meet you. Congratulations on everything. We will be getting your new single, Oh Say Can You See, coming out this week. And you take care and have a great day, Harper.
Thank you, you too. Bye.